at least see anything?
You started to see inside of the building through the nook, but you lost your footing. You lost your footing right as you.
Is it big enough to get a bird through?
Yes.
All right, I send Pluck it through there.
You're laying on the ground, and you're like, Pluck, get up there. Pluck had already flown off of you as you fell.
Just so you know, it'd be like, well, okay, Pluck, I should you
go. Glenn is able to enter at this point.
Well, I won't be outside. Laying on the ground, I'm trying to recover a little bit.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Well,
get Pluck alert now.
Is there any bushes or anything around me?
Not where you landed.
I mean, is there any bushes anywhere around?
Oh no, this is next to some other buildings. You're like in a back alley.
Was there any way to conceal myself? Because I might have alerted somebody.
Yeah, you could go up to the crates and whatnot that was around the building.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Expert.
You still have to roll. So expert, it should be added together already. Hopefully.
It's 8.
Yeah.
$11.
All right. You sneak up to these crates and other barrels, stuff like that, and you take cover for a bit. Glenn, what are you doing?
No, I just stepped into the place.
All right, you open the door. It is unlocked. The man had nodded you to the door. You walk inside, and you see a large structure with no real windows. There's some light coming in. Bits of like up in the roofing. So there's some sunlight. There's some torches in there as well, lit around the border wall. Inside, you see mainly amphora, lots of those barrels, crates. You see a couple.
Amphora?
Yeah, amphora.
What are those?
Large vases, like
Okay.
like storing liquid or other goods. Large barrels, crates. You see some netting. You actually see a smaller rowboat inside of the warehouse, despite there not being a large enough entryway for the boat to go out.
Huh? Like, is it water?
How the hell did we get out?
Do what?
Is there water or just a rowboat?
It's just the rowboat inside the warehouse.
Okay.
It's
the rowboat out. So
it's got a very tiny like mast that's folded over, and it's got a rudder to it. Inside the rest of the room, the stuff seems to be covered in dust. The floor itself seems to be stone, just like the docks, but it's covered in a layer of dirt. What would you like to do?
Is there anybody standing around? Anybody around like that I can see?
You have not seen anybody. There are piles of crates and barrels and pottery, and there are also sacks of various sizes containing potentially goods and product, and the boat.
investigate some of the sacks and pots and stuff.
All right. How are you going to investigate them? You're going to open them up,
Yeah,
break
just
them,
open
tear
them.
them open. Okay.
Not break them or anything.
You'll have to cut open if you want to do it.
Okay, then I'll avoid the sacks. I don't want to open them.
Okay. So you look into some
Move 'em
pottery.
around and shake them.
Do what?
Move the sacks around, maybe give them a little shake or something.
They seem heavy. They seem heavy. Shaking around the sacks will be. It feels like it's like grain.
Okay.
Grains and other food goods of the sort.
Go in the pots.
Okay, you look into the amphora. You uncork some, and you get the whiff of alcohol. Some of them's like vinegar. Some of them are oil. What is Kildry doing?
Outside?
Are you still hiding?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I'll use what?
Give me a perception check.
I hate this thing.
You got a 7. You don't hear anybody. You don't hear anybody coming to investigate either.
Alright.
Do you still want to hide?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll send
Bert.
I want to use my cantrip message.
All right. Who are you messaging?
I want to message Glenn. Say I'm outside. I want to say out here. Wait, if there's any trouble, tell me.
Okay. You message Glenn. I want to reconfirm how that works.
Because I don't know if I'll be able to communicate back to him.
You have the spell card, right?
Yeah.
What does it say?
It's not a spell card. It's a.
I mean, it's still a spell. It's a cantrip, but it's still a spell. I want to know the effect of it before I figure it out here.
120 feet radius. One action. It is. I have to use a short piece of copper.
You got a bundle of that, if I recall, like 7 of them.
7.
You point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message.
He can't see me.
Yeah, you're outside, so you can't see him.
It's point to the person. I thought it was point to the person that you wanted to talk to.
You point your finger. You point your finger toward a creature within range, which range is 120 feet. So whisper a message. You don't know where he is, though.
You can also go. You can go through rock and stuff like that up to so many feet.
Okay, 1 foot of stone. Yeah, you're able to do it. So you use up a short piece of copper wire. I think you had like 7 of it.
Was it only 7? Because I thought
It was a specific number. I think it was a bundle of like 7 of them that you bought.
Well, I thought I had more than that.
You might. We'll get back to it. But you use up a piece of copper. I know you have it though. So
yeah.
So the copper wire gets used up. and you let Glenn know the target, only the target. Here's the message. Reply in a whisper that only so Glenn can reply.
Yeah.
I want to keep the line open so that he can talk to me or, tell me that he's in danger.
You only get one reply. So you have one reply waiting to be used. So
Does it have to be used immediately? It can just be.
I think it assumes that you have to use it implies that, but well, I think you have to use it at that point.
Okay, I'll just say, the guard let me in on the other side. Not much here so far.
Well, he has
Okay.
a fascinating way of letting everybody know that he's in danger with his gun. So,
Bang. All right. So you respond, telling them that the guard let him in.
Mhm.
I'll mention the small bribe.
The small bribe. You bribe the guard and you let him in. All right. So you checked the pottery. Is there anything else you want to do, Glenn?
Yeah, just find somebody, talk to somebody, try to find maybe a passageway or something to where there or like a hidden door where there might be like an actual
Okay.
market
Give me an
or something.
investigate check.
Okay, that's
4.
You should be good with that.
The dice amazing suck.
Oh,
Damn.
Glenn got a 25 with his investigate, and you're looking for signs of people. You're also
Okay.
looking for any sort of passage or anything of the sort. So, looking around the warehouse, you don't see a lot of really things. You don't see people at all. You looked around the different crate stacks. You looked around the barrels. You looked in the barrels. You looked in the crates. You didn't see anything amiss or any people in it. The only thing that stands out in your head is this boat. There's no way to get it out or in of this warehouse.
So, do I need to go over and investigate the boat, or do I investigate the boat with that check?
It'd be a separate investigate check.
Okay, well,
This is where he gets fucked up.
we got this. As I say that, we don't got it, but yeah,
That's pretty good.
That's good.
I didn't have that modifier. Yeah,
He got a 14 for his second investigate. You investigate this small boat that's inside this warehouse. There's definitely no way it could fit through that door with your investigation. It'd have to come in pieces, but then why would they construct it inside the warehouse?
take it out.
Yeah, they can't take it out.
I don't know. They might have the brain powers of DC people.
There's nothing inside the boat other than there's a sail on the tiny mast that's folded up.
Yeah.
There's nothing but a couple oars and a rudder that's movable on this little boat. This boat is on a stand, keeping it off the ground. I should say 2 wooden stands, like you'd usually see, where a boat would be sitting rested on land.
I'm gonna say, can we go investigate like the inside of the boat, like climb up in it, or
Yeah. You hop up into the ship, the boat, and you don't see anything amiss other than what's ready by looking over into it. There's a couple ropes. There's they're coiled. They're coiled ropes. They're not extremely long. They're roughly 50-foot ropes, probably to use to moor it to a dock. There's a couple of those.
Give me those ropes, cause I need rope.
He doesn't hear you.
I don't.
We can get these ropes for Kildry.
It's
I do
a
want to
couple.
scavenge, though, I guess.
Sure. There's
Yeah.
2 50-foot ropes. 2 50-foot
Which
hempen
take-
ropes.
I wish to take a rope
A rope.
and possibly get a jar, an empty jar, from around the room, or empty a jar, a small jar.
Well, there's not small jars. They're small pots, like
A
round
jar?
pots. Something you'd carry like water in from a well.
Okay, then no, I'm good. I was hoping for a jar of some sort.
Nothing like small glasses or flasks, if that's what you.
No, I meant well, I didn't really want to spoil it, but the
Nothing like a mason jar either, if that's kind of what you're.
I don't know if it really says what size of a jar, but you know that one we talked about.
Are you trying to make mayonnaise?
Yeah, for the alchemy jug.
There's nothing tiny like that. This is all large storage pots and barrels and stuff.
I just had to get my priorities straight now.
There's netting in here, but this is large fishing net.
No.
There's
Is there any smaller fishing net or broken fishing net?
you could, if you're looking for broken fishing net, you could cut up what's in here.
I want to cut a sizable square fishing net, I guess.
It'll be off to the side of the boat. It's a large bundle of netting, like one big net.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that,
I want to maybe do like a few sections of, I'd say probably like 15 by or 20 by 20, 15 by 15 size nets. A few of them.
all right. How many?
Say 3.
You can probably get out of the entire net. You can probably get out of the entire net if you like cut it in quarters, pretty much.
Wait, would I get the audio cut out there for me for a moment?
You can probably get up to 4 of them, depending on if you cut it into quarters or not.
Yeah, I'll cut it.
Because it's not huge. It's not like a large fishing net. It's like something they'd throw off the side of a boat like this.
I got you. Just take the 3 of them.
Okay, so you cut up. You wish to cut up these nets. Give me a survival check, and it's going to be for all 3 of them. So you just have to do it once.
Survival check.
Survival.
Oh, okay.
Or we could probably do it in sections if you'd rather do that.
What's the check for?
To cut it up and fashion a net.
I just
Like fashion a working net that's not damaged completely.
I wasn't necessarily trying to do that. I was just trying to cut them in 20 by 20.
So it's still a net, right?
Yeah, it's still a net. But it's
You'll-
just like literally
You'll want to do it in
net.
a way that won't completely destroy it, is what I'm getting at.
Okay. And see what that one rolled. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to take a longer time to do it instead of like, we call it taking 20, where you spend the longest time possible doing it, you can do that for a good 20 minutes. And it'll turn out okay, but not the best.
Oh, I was just picturing like this net. I have it laid out, and I'm just going over with like my sword and just like basically sawing through it and making it into those size pieces, basically.
Mm. Well, there's going to be some fraying to it, obviously. Can be. And you want 3 of these. So your cutting off the last quarter of netting. So it's three sections of 20-foot netting.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do this, it just takes longer.
Okay.
So you've got these 3 different nets that you'll have to probably fashion a way where they're gonna be usable by hand, unless you just want to throw it on somebody. Like,
I wouldn't say
because you don't
meant
have
for
all the
fishing.
border that it's supposed to have. Do what?
They weren't meant for fishing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're fastened. I need them.
Okay.
And I wish
So
to
you have
stuff
3.
them in my bag.
Let's
maybe
just say
put it
you
in
have
my-
3 20-foot damaged nets, but they're not like damaged to where you can't use them
Those have to be trimmed
because they're not full nets, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 20-foot nets. So that's in your inventory now. They shouldn't be too heavy. You shouldn't be over encumbered too much if you roll them up. Just add them to your stuff.
I'll roll it to I'll put
You
it
can
on
probably
a piece of paper.
you can probably use that rope you got to tie it to your pack in one big bundle.
I'll do that so it's tied, and I want to try to conceal it basically up under my cloak.
Okay. So you got those 3 nets. There is still 1 net left over from what you cut. There's still 1 rope in the boat. What do you want to do now?
Did he check underneath the boat?
There's a little bit of a crawl space underneath it, but it's not too big.
Just want to
I
walk through the entire place as thoroughly as possible and investigate it. Maybe try to find a jar, and maybe try to find.
Like I was saying with your check before, which
Yeah.
was a good check, you did not see anything small in your searching through stuff. You just saw that it was large storage containers and sacks.
No jars in the crates or anything. Do I pop one open with my crowbar or anything like that?
You can search through the crates. It's just that it didn't stand out normally for you. So if you want to search the crates, you already searched some of the pottery, the amphora, and you searched. You didn't search a bag, but you handled bags.
Yeah. Do I need to roll an investigative check?
It'd be strength.
Oh, how dare you!
Strength to pop these bad boys open with your crowbar.
Straight strength modifier. Or,
Yeah.
does that include? That's not a saving throw, so it's just a basic modifier.
It's just the basic strength modifier.
It's not too awful.
Okay. And you have a crowbar, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. Give me another strength roll. Kildry, you still want to hang out outside?
Yeah.
Okay. With your second roll there, with your crowbar, you're able to crack open a bunch of these different crates, and you see some various goods of vegetables and some things of like fruit and other goods of the sort, produce mainly.
Huh.
You see a few coconuts in another. And it keeps going as you keep popping these open. It's just different food goods. Nothing that is of container.
Who let me in?
Container, like-
place? Like who opened the door?
Who let you in?
Yeah.
You did. You let
Oh.
yourself in.
He
Yeah,
looked.
you
at the
walked
door.
in the door.
I thought the door just opened.
No. You said you walked in.
Oh,
So you
okay.
opened the door. It was unlocked.